All right. If you are feeling totally stuck, I don't really get how to research a system, or I don't know what system I want to start with. This is a resource that you can use to help you get started, and you can literally just click on one of the links here. So if you're interested in education, in police departments, in the healthcare system, in environment, air and water, transportation system, the immigration system, there are links here that will get you started in learning about the system, kind of how it started, the story about the system. And what you want to do with that information is be able to answer in not in super deep ways, but in sort of a basic way. How was the system created? And then what you're going to need to figure out. And it's not going to tell you this directly in the article, but you're going to have to maybe do a little bit more research. You might just Google. You might come, and then there's a whole list of things below that you can use to help you get unstuck about that part if you have more questions. But we're trying to figure out, how was the system created? Who was it created to help? And then who did they forget to think about or leave out when they created the system? So we're thinking about equity. Was this system, and you might even just Google who was left out when they created the transportation system. And you can probably just use your common sense. If you don't have a car, you don't have great access to the US transportation system, right? So it's okay to use your common sense to try to answer some of these questions. In the healthcare system, who's left out? People who don't have a job, right? If you don't have a job in our system, you don't have access to good healthcare unless you've got access to state-run healthcare, but not everybody does. So some of it is common sense, but you do need to do some research to figure out, okay, so what's the story behind how the system started? If the system you want to research is not listed in these research questions, you can just grab the sentences and substitute education for the system that you want to use, or police or healthcare. So who created the system? Who created the laws? Why is this system focused on what's the history of? All of those sentence stems should help you think about how to research the system that you want. And again, this should be the first work you do as you get ready for your summative today, tomorrow, and then this is due on Monday. And we have a cat. We have cat.